Welcome to the sellthatoption.com YouTube channel. If this is your first time joining us here, taking a look at any of our daily recap videos, please feel free to reach out to me at ryan@sellthatoption.com should you have any questions about the process or anything that you're about to view. Now, momentarily, you're going to get to see a dated version of what I send to our members here at sellthatoption.com every single day after the close if we initiate a trade. Okay, and so I send these after the market closes. They're able to take a look at the trades that I make. I talk about why I entered the trade, what I was looking for when I initiated the trade, my profit targets for that trade, and any general market commentary that was important when we were looking at that trade. Now, it's important to note here that these are trades that you can take a look at the night after. You don't have to be chained to your computer all day. See if there's something that you like, and then initiate the trade potentially on the next business day. Okay, and so what we're going to do is here is if you are a member or you're looking at a membership, what you would do is you would come over here, select members, and then you would click daily recap videos. Okay, so let's take a look at exactly what a daily recap video page would look like and how our members would utilize that page. All right, now here we are in our daily recap video page, and so you can see a little bit of education that our members would get to read, and then you just go down here and you click play. Okay, now I've got it set up to where the most recent video is always the first one that shows up. You can see the date, and so what you would do is you would just click play, and then you would be able to see the video. Okay, I don't have any of the other videos set up, but what you can do is you can come to this page right here, and then you can see all of previous videos that we have listed on the site. Okay, without any further information, let's get right into the daily recap video. Good afternoon and happy Sunday to each of you. This is our Sell That Option daily recap for Friday, January the 5th, 2018. It is Sunday, so we do have to go back 3 days in order to take a look at the trades that we make. But as you can see, we were super active on Friday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different trades that we did. I guess I could have just looked at the trade history right there, but we're going to go through each of these. There were a couple of adjustments in IWM, XLV, QQQ, and then it looked like, if I remember correctly, we adjusted and added in XLU and EWJ. But the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to take a look at our closed trades for profit. Now, we did profit $842.20 in XLP and IWM, so we're going to start there and then go through each of these trades individually. So let's go ahead and put in XLP. So as you can see here, we're going to move back this 30 days and see if that gets us in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so as you can see here, we opened this trade on the 20th for $1.44 in credit, and we closed it here on the 5th for $1.05 in debit for a total of $202.10 of profit. Okay, so that one was pretty easy there. And let's take a look at IWM. Let's go back 45 days here in IWM just to double check and make sure that we get it. There we go. Okay, so as you can see here, the strangle we entered in on the 1st of December. Okay, and we had a really tight strangle here at 153, 152 for a total credit of 603. So a massive credit there. Synthetically a straddle, but for our intents and purposes, it is technically a strangle. And we closed it for $2.72. Okay, so I like that a lot. Really awesome trade here for us for a total profit of $640.10 here, which gets our closed total trades there of $842.20 for closed trades there on that day. Okay, so let's slowly start going in with each of our other securities. We'll start from the ones that we started in at the bottom and then simply move up all the way through our 2 adjustments or 3 adjustments, whatever the case was. That way we have a really good idea as to why we did it and kind of what the new profit areas look like. All right, let's do it. Not going to spend a ton of time here in VIX. This is our weekly VIX trade that we try to get into every single week. So not a lot here. You can see our break even all the way up at 29.02, and the security's currently trading at 26.30. And so as long as it ends below 29.02 by expiration, we'll make money on this trade. It's likely we'll see it somewhere down in this area when we'll sell it for 5 cents per contract. So typical VIX sold call here, out of the money. So we're going to look to not really do anything as we typically do here with our VXX trades. Okay, nothing out of the normal there for us. All right, and here we are in our position in EFA. As you can see, we opened 7 positions in EFA right at the 72 straddle area. Options were cheaper on the call side at $6 versus $11 for being $1 shorter in. And so you can see $3 on this side were out at 75 and $4 on the put side at 68. Current probability of profit of 48.47. Now from the chart perspective, as you can see here, we've got a really nice level of support here. I anticipate this level because of this area and this area and this area to act as support. And then if the market keeps moving higher, hopefully we see a sidewards motion in EFA, but our break even, for those of you all that are new, our till lines are always our center straddle areas, right? And then for an iron butterfly, these are our break even. So our lines at this price level are our break evens. Okay, so this is EFA, looking fine, like the support areas here. Got a really nice wide break even and a current probability of profit at 48.47%. Okay, so here we are in our XLV position, and so one of the things that I want to talk about are the credit versus how far we are inverted. So we received our first credit of $2.98, which means because we were at a straddle, our break evens was 81 plus and minus 298, which is 78.02 to 83.98. Okay, so what we did on Friday is we moved our 81 put to 84.50 because our put here was only worth 10 cents and we could get an additional 42 cents in credit. On a chart perspective, our initial position was centered right in this area at 81, and so we've seen the market move pretty far against us. Okay, our initial break even was this area, 83.98. Yep, so 83.98 right here. Okay, so that was our initial break even. And so on Friday, we were pretty significantly past our break even, and we were continuing this breakout level right here, right? So that was clearly the breakout level at 84.15 or so, which means we needed to adjust the position. And so what I did is I moved up the 81 put to the 84.5 put. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that our total credit is $3.40, okay? However, our inversion, right, is 84.50 minus 81. Okay, and so what does this mean? It means that our credit is less than our inversion, which means this is going to be a losing trade, okay? And so what I've done is I've entered into a position to buy this spread back for 360, okay? And so our initial credit was 340. I'm trying to get it filled for 360, which means that we're going to lose 20 cents per spread on this if we can get this filled between now and expiration for 360, okay? Which means we sold 3 spreads, so we're going to lose $60, okay? So that's the goal here, is to lose $60 on this trade from here out, plus and minus commissions, right? So we were looking at losing significantly more money if we hadn't adjusted, right? But now that we've adjusted this position, we're looking to lose $60. That's the goal here, is to lose $60. So really what we would like to see is a slight move back into this area. And so if we get anywhere in here, right, we're going to lose 60. Okay, we've already banked profits of, what is this? There's our put, so 158 minus 10, so 148 times 3, so we've already banked profits of just under $450. Okay, so we have $450 that we're working with when we're looking at this trade. Okay, so that's what we're doing with XLF. We're trying to get this position off for 360. I've already entered my sell order. Okay, and so hopefully, or my buy to close order, and so hopefully we're going to get that filled. But that is our adjustment in XLV. When I think about XLV, really what I did wrong here is I entered into this trade too early, right? So the trade, I initiated the trade on November the 20th for this expiration, which is about 55 days out, and so I think that that's probably just a little too far. It's actually probably closer to 60 days. And so I think I entered this position a little bit too soon, because had I entered into this position, you know, maybe 2 weeks later, we'd be at 83, and so we'd still be within that break even. So that's the lesson here, is I needed to be a little bit more patient before entering into that particular trade. All right, so this is the XLV position as it currently stands. All right, we have quite a few positions on in XLU. IV remains elevated, which is why we're continuing to sell premium here in this security. And hopefully end this one with a profit. This is the latest one that we've added the other day, so on Friday. XLU currently has a probability of profit of 52.15% on this one. With really nice wide break evens at 49.32 and 52.67. If we add in all three series, we're currently down on the position, but with time premium, and as soon as this one goes off, we're actually sitting really, really pretty. And we've also added quite a bit of profit already on that one, and so this does have the potential to be a profitable trade if we can nail these last two trades down. This can be a profitable trade for us here in XLU. Let's take a look at the chart here. As you can see, we've got more room down, so hopefully this crazy move is ending in XLU in this utility sector, and hopefully we see a move sideways. And if we see that, hopefully what we'll do is we'll get to a really nice profitable trade here. You can see all of this support right in through here, and so I'm hoping that this does continue to act as support, and that the security just stalls here. That's really the goal, is the security stalling here, moving sideways, and us getting this iron butterfly off for a profit. But nothing out of the ordinary here, just laddering into this position, trying to get this to be a profit, right? That's what we're really looking for, is a profit here in XLU. Now, in our Qs, we had an initial credit of $5.92. Again, we opened this trade probably too early, more than 2 months out, and so that's probably where I messed up on this trade. Is I was too early in it, probably by about 2 weeks. Okay, so we took in an initial credit of $5.92, and then we just added 84 cents in credit. Okay, so let's take a look at what that means. Okay, so we took in a total credit now of $6.76. Our inversion is $8.50, which means we are $1.71 in the hole, right? The best we can do is to buy this spread back for $1.71 per spread in loss, okay? Which means because we only traded 2 spreads, our max loss here that we're going for is $342, okay? So we're going to lose $342 on this spread, all right? So what we want to do here is we want to try to get as close to that loss as possible. Now, because we've traded so well here previously in the month, and we're up about $2,500 or $2,500, these couple of trades that we're talking about mitigating losses in and lessening losses is okay. Now, by moving this security up, right, by moving this 152 put to 160.5, we're lessening that loss by 84 cents per spread. Okay, we're taking in additional credit by that amount per spread. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. We're looking at mitigating risk and lessening our losses when we do take these losses. Okay, so what I'm going to do here in just a second, and as of course I'll email you, is to tell you what our loss is going to be, right, and what closing order I do enter. All right, so that's the goal here in just a second, and of course I will email that, but that's exactly why we transitioned here on this day, is to lessen the loss that we're ultimately going to take on this particular trade. Okay, now in EWW, we actually laddered into a position. Rather than adjusting the short strikes, we're far enough out from expiration that we can ladder into a position, which is really solid trading. So as you can see here, this was the initial straddle that we put on. The initial straddle was centered at the 48 strike, okay? And our break even was actually right here at basically 51, okay? Now, as you can see here, that is where the security is trading, and so we were at our break even. So what I did is I added another straddle position, okay? Now, as you can see here, this changes our break evens. Okay, so our new break evens are 46.94 all the way to 52.40. This was our original break even right here at 51, and now we've moved it out $1.40 for a current probability of profit of 56.47%. So what does this look like on a chart? Our original position was the white position, okay? So originally 48, break even one right here at 44.96, break even 2 right here at this 51 level. Now we laddered into a position, right, because the market, which was here, has moved up. Okay, so the market moved up, and so we followed with the market. And so now our pink lines are our new break even. So break even on the put side right here, break even on the call side right here. And so we moved with the market, and so now we're recentered over the market. And that's what it looks like in our Analyze tab, is just a recenter. So center used to be here, right at 48. Center is now probably somewhere in here, but we have a center right here at 51 as well. Okay, so that's what the position looks like, and we moved with the market. So this is what it looked like before our break evens. So our break even on the put side went from 45.02 all the way up here to 46.96, which you can now see, and our call side has also moved out. Simple laddering into a position here in EWW. Okay, now EWJ is exactly the same as EWW. So originally our position was centered here over 60, and now we added a position at 62, which means our break evens move, right, from down here-ish up, and then again from right about here, which is where our previous break even was, all the way out a little bit more. Now our probability of profit is 46.14%, so it's very possible we might have to adjust this a third time, either by moving some short strikes or moving or laddering into another position. But EWJ is exactly the same idea. The market moved against us a little bit from our initial position at 60 all the way to 62, and so we laddered into a position here. Again, because we're so far out from expiration, because expiration is in February, which is well over a month away, we can go ahead and ladder into another position here in EWJ, which is exactly what we did. So as you can tell, there was a ton of movement here and the sell that option portfolio. Really kind of the name of the game was to do a couple of things, right? One was to adjust positions for February expiration that had moved against us, right? Close out positions that we had successfully done, like IWM, right? And what was it, XLV or XLU, whichever one that we traded for a profit, right? Those are some of the name of the games there, is to take trades off since we're nearing expiration that are profitable, right? The other thing is to adjust positions to get additional credit to lessen risk, or potentially to make what was a losing trade into a winning trade. There were a couple of key lessons that we talked about, right? The idea that perhaps I was a little early for my January portfolio. I was a little early in creating that, and instead of being in that 55 to 60 day area, I really need to be in that 40 to 45 day. So I was about 2 weeks early for some of these positions. Okay, the other thing that I think is really critical for us to be doing now is to be building a solid February portfolio, because we're about 40 days out till expiration, right? And so we want to be building out that portfolio as well, and adjusting those and adding into and laddering into positions to take additional credits and to move with the market before we get to a point where we have to begin adjusting short strikes. Okay, so really good a couple of lessons here, both some winners that we were able to talk about in $840-ish in profit, as well as just some issues with a couple of trades, like in the Qs and like in XLV for trades that I didn't manage particularly well. Both of those could have used an additional laddered position earlier, and it's likely that they would have been winners, right? I waited too long on the Qs position. I waited too long on the XLV position. So there are just a couple of those that I need to do a little bit better of a job managing. So that is it. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. But this is a great video lesson of both some successes and some failures here. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, as always, stay hungry, stay humble, and here's to our success.